Welcome back to the American Revolution. In part 1, we covered how tensions built up and led to the first shot at Lexington and Concord. But now the real war begins. Welcome to part 2, the fight for independence. Today we're covering the key battles, strategies, and turning points that shaped the war. Let's get into it. After the battles at Lexington and Concord, colonial militias surrounded the British in Boston, trapping them in the city. But let's be real, at this point, the colonies didn't have a real army. That was about to change, though. In June of 1775, the Second Continental Congress appointed this guy, George Washington, to lead the new Continental Army. But before Washington could take action, the British made a move of their own. British forces tried to break out of Boston by attacking the colonial positions on Bunker Hill, well, technically Breed's Hill, but whatever. The British charged 3 times, taking heavy casualties. The famous order was supposedly given, "Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes." Eventually, the colonists ran out of ammo and had to retreat. Technically, it was a British victory, but at a huge cost. Over 1,000 redcoats were killed or wounded. The colonists realized something. They could stand up to the most powerful army in the world. This is where the fun begins. By 1776, the colonies weren't just fighting for fair treatment anymore. They wanted full independence. Enter Thomas Jefferson and the Continental Congress, who drafted the Declaration of Independence. On the 4th of July, 1776, the colonies officially broke away from Britain. Let's be clear, declaring independence was one thing. Winning it, that was a whole different challenge. Britain wasn't about to let the colonies go that easily. They sent a massive invasion force, over 30,000 troops, to New York City. Washington tried to defend New York, but the British crushed the Continental Army at the Battle of Long Island. Washington barely escaped with his army across the East River, saving the Revolution. Things were looking bad. The British had taken New York, and the Continental Army was on the run. With morale at an all-time low, Washington took a huge risk. On Christmas night, 1776, he led his army across the icy Delaware River in the middle of a snowstorm. The next morning, they surprised a camp of Hessian mercenaries in Trenton, winning a crucial victory. It wasn't a huge battle, but it proved the Continental Army could fight, and it gave colonies hope. Meanwhile, in the north, the British tried to cut the colonies in half by invading from Canada, but at Saratoga, I think. I make these scripts and I can't pronounce anything. American forces stopped them. This was huge. For the first time, the Americans had defeated a major British army. And guess who noticed? France! After Saratoga, France officially joined the war, giving the Americans money, supplies, and eventually troops in the Navy. This changed everything. Even with France on the board, the war wasn't over. Washington's army spent the winter of 1777 through 1778 at Valley Forge, facing starvation, disease, and freezing temperatures. But this is where they leveled up. A Prussian officer, Baron von Steuben, I probably butchered that, trained Washington's troops in European military tactics. By spring, the Continental Army was stronger than ever. By 1778, the war had shifted. The colonies weren't just surviving, they were fighting back, but the war wasn't over yet. In part 3, we'll cover the final battles, the victory at Yorktown, and the birth of the United States of America. So make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss it. I'm your local history guy, and I will see you in the next one.